If the debate goes on that Tuesday, when will members get sight of that report? Will it be on Wednesday, Thursday of next week, so that we can consider the full consequences of that?
It's the moment that the decision is published, decision that the First Minister will reach. The moment that that is published, so too the report will be published, and the First Minister will be considering that report with the advice that will come up from officials. So my intention is to ensure that you have as much time as possible to consider that report, and I think it's essential that you do have an opportunity to consider the report before any debate or vote is taken in the Chamber.
So if we take the First Minister's timeline in his interview last week, where he indicates he will make a decision by the end of next week, by this time next week, we should have a report with us.
That would be the intention. By this time next week, you'd have the report.
Yeah, I find it very odd that everybody seems to be saying this debate is happening on the 4th of December, but the business manager doesn't feel it's appropriate to put it in the forward work programme. But there we are. That's you know, that people can come to their own conclusions about whether there's any motive to that. But do you not see the contradiction in the evidence that you gave to me earlier about decarbonising transport and waxing lyrical about what we can do with rail, what we can do with buses, and now we're sort of, you know, unashamedly increasing the number of vehicles that are going to be polluting our atmosphere?
You could apply the same argument to the Bontnewydd bypass, which you've been very supportive of.
Well, I think they're in different leagues, aren't they?
They're in different leagues in terms of finance, but the principle
it's a predominantly rural area.
Is the same.
Look,
it's a bypass.
Yes, but we need that modal shift.
What about the Llandilo bypass?
Yeah. But
what about the Llandilo bypass? That's designed to alleviate congestion.
You haven't answered my question, though, about the modal shift, have you?
No, the modal shift. Look, we're investing record sums in active travel. We are increasing the amount of resource that's available for the local transport fund. But what you can't escape from is that there is congestion in many parts of Wales, which you have highlighted yourself, Llandilo, Bontnewydd, Carnarvon, which need alleviating. And the Menai as well, the third crossing there. Are you suggesting that we cancel each of these interventions?
No, but what I'm suggesting is that there are alternatives in relation to the M4 relief.
But there's always alternatives.
There are always alternatives. And there's the option of doing nothing. And there was the option of doing nothing in Carnarvon, Bontnewydd, Llandilo, Menai Crossing, Llangefni Link Road. My point is, you can't pick out one project and say, go with an alternative, ignore all of the evidence, and yet in other parts of Wales, ignore all the evidence and say, go with the bypass.